is how we do it. This is how we do it.
What's going on, guys? This is Done with the Gaming in Progress, and you know, I've read some really weird stuff on the internet. For those of you who probably don't remember, a while back, like several months back, I talked about an article that was going around where an Xbox One had ejected the disc and sliced a kid's head off or some shit like that. Obviously that was a satire article, but then there hasn't really been much like that gaming related that's piqued my interest or I've seen really going around much until today. Well, actually the other day, but pretty much in the same time frame really as the time I'm recording this, because I haven't slept yet. Yay, insomnia. But anyway, so I figured I would read this for you guys and go over it. Obviously I want to get out of the way that yes, this is satire, folks. So hang on, let me just make sure I have everything how I want it here. So anyway, the story. Okay. So this story takes place in Nashville, Tennessee. Carlos Santiago, 17, of Nashville, has been arrested for the stabbing death of his friend Juan Suarez over a dispute involving the popular console game The Division, which it's also on PC, guys. At least do your research here. According to reports, the two teams were playing The Division on PlayStation 4 last night when they got into a dispute over the game around 11 p.m. Carlos started an argument with Juan over him leaving their four-man group and killing Carlos's character in the Dark Zone. According to Mary Rivas, a neighbor of Carlos, she heard the teen screaming at someone from inside his apartment. I was feeding my cat when I heard Carlos yelling at someone. I put my ear to the wall and heard him asking someone why did they just leave the group and kill him. He was arguing with the person for about 10 to 15 minutes before he left his apartment and slammed the door. Reportedly, the teen showed up at the home of Juan Suarez, 16, with a knife at approximately 12 a.m. Suarez opened his door and was immediately stabbed multiple times in the abdomen before Santiago fled the scene. Myra Suarez, the mother of Juan Suarez, found her son bleeding out near the door shortly after the incident. I heard someone at the door a little after midnight, but my son went downstairs to answer it. Usually his friends come over to play games with my son on the weekend, so I don't feel the need to go downstairs and check. But after I heard screaming, I ran downstairs, and that's when I found my son covered in blood, said Miss Suarez. Authorities responded to the scene where the incident occurred. However, the twist to how authorities discovered who the perpetrator was will shock you. Suarez had a PlayStation Gold wireless headset at the time authorities responded to the scene. Apparently, there were several people in party chat that witnessed the argument between the two teens. One of the responding officers got on the mic and asked the others in the chat if they were aware of any disputes that led to the incident. One of the people in the chat told authorities that Juan had gotten into an argument with Carlos over the game and that Carlos was coming over Juan's house to fuck him up. No, he really fucked him up. Once authorities found out the full identity of the teen, they went to his home to question him about the incident. According to authorities, Santiago was furious with his friend, claiming that he turned rogue and killed him. I've been playing The Division with my friend non-stop since the game came out, but once my friend got to level 90 in the Dark Zone, he thought he was so badass. We were farming in the Dark Zone when out of nowhere, he left the group and killed me. he started laughing and told me he was going to post the video on YouTube. I asked him to let me get my kill back, but he just kept killing me. Since he wanted to show he was so tough in the game, I showed him who was tough in real life. His level 90 didn't save his stupid ass now. Said Santiago to authorities. Carlos Santiago was arrested and taken into police custody for further questioning. Ron Suarez was transported to St. Thomas Midtown Hospital where he was pronounced dead from his injuries. What's the lesson of today, children? Don't go rogue on your friends in the dark zone. Now obviously this is fucking satire, and it amazes me how many people, like, there are people who believe this article is legitimate, just like there was people who believed that the Xbox One killing a teenager article was legitimate. However, this article was put up by Empire Herald, and only Empire Herald. And if you go to their terms of service page, you'll see it says, much of the content contained on our website is considered satirical in nature unless otherwise specified. So, well, not specified otherwise. So this, my friends, is what we call satire. It's good satire. It's amusing satire. What I think is interesting is, and I'm gonna have I'm basically gonna use the picture as a thumbnail again, like I did with the Xbox One thing, but it's kind of done in the same way, where you've got like that big, like police scene, and then you've got like a little bit where it's like the Xbox before, but now it's like the Division game, somebody killing some rogue agent or something, basically. But it's fucking. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and if anybody reads this and believes it to be legitimate, then I feel sorry for you, because it's not legitimate. But I wanted to take a quick glance at the comments on this article. Okay, so Dan commented, file us into things that never happened. Yeah. Brandon Roberts, I'm pretty sure this is a joke. Yatogami, this story sounds a bit too fishy to be true. I don't know many mothers of 16-year-olds who would be okay with someone showing up their door at 12:20 in the morning. Yeah, it really depends on where you live and the parent and the neighborhood and shit like that. W.M. Thomas, now the punk can be someone bitch in prison. How would the... Oh, Birch in prison. Somebody else comments, how would this turn him into a tree? But I just want to make a video on this because even though it's not a legitimate story, it's an interesting story. And it's an interesting gaming story, and it was one that I found amusing at the very least. And really what's kind of sad is, like, it's not even that implausible. I mean, yeah, there's a couple implausible points here and there, but I mean... And obviously, it's pretty implausible for somebody to murder somebody over growing rogue in the dark zone. But the person the one friend getting to level 90 and then leaving his teammates and just killing them in the dark zone because he's level 90 and he thinks he's a shit. That's very believable from my opinion. Because, I mean, I've seen it happen, I've seen videos of it happen, and I mean, that's kind of the point of the dark zone, is it's like you never know who you can trust. But yeah. So anyway, it's just a really short video talking about this article, this satirical article. Hopefully, guys, will spread this around, let everybody know who thinks this is a legitimate article, know that it is satire, because there are some people who are going to read this, be them video game fans or people who hate video games and think video games are the devil's product or whatever, because, you know, there's still people out there like that who think video games are just pure evil. Those kind of people read something like this and go, oh, this is fact, this is evidence that video games are evil, guys, you know, because this article right here that's only on this one site, you know. But yeah, so anyway, let me know your guys' thoughts on this weird kind of kind of fake satirical story down in the comment section below. Would you ever murder your friend over a video game? Would you ever murder your friend in a video game? Stuff like that. I love reading your guys' comments, especially on interesting stuff like this. Like the one I did on the Xbox Kills Teen one got a lot of comments from what I remember. And if you guys haven't seen that one, I will have it linked at some point in this video for you guys to check out as well. Even though it's kind of a bit of an older one, and obviously that story was satire too, it was an interesting story. I don't, these kinds of stories I share knowing that they're satire, but at the same time they're interesting, so you kind of just sit there and think and read through it and hopefully have a good laugh. So, that being said, if you guys have enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up button. That's right, folks. Go to the store, buy a thumbs up button, or like one of those foam thumb things, you know, you get at the baseball games, and then bring it back home and give it to this video, because this video really needs them. And if you guys happen to be new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Check out some of our other videos, stuff like that. And I'm working on trying to get Kick Ogre and Ares back into gear here, because as you guys probably noticed, it's lately really only me putting out content on the channel. So hopefully those other guys will start posting more again soon. Ares has been posting more than Ogre, but I'd like Ogre to post some too, even though he's got some stuff going on, but it'd be nice to have him back, and I'm pretty sure you guys would like to see him again too. So anyway, that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This has been Devin with Gaming in Progress, and I will see you guys in the next video.